Hello YouTube. Hi, my name is Mark and this is Nixon Motorsports. If you're new to this channel, we're all about motorsports, from racing to exotic cars and even simulators. Today's video, it's a race weekend here at Eagles Canyon in Texas, and it's a US Majors doubleheader, Saturday, Sunday. There's quite a few cars registered again. The one variable we have this race weekend is weather. It's questionable. You know, storms have been rolling all throughout the country over the last couple weeks actually, and it looks like there's a potential for nasty weather, so we'll see how that works. All right, it's Thursday, and had a little bit of rain last night. You can see a little sun. Maybe we'll have some track time today that works out for us. Track's going to be a little wet here for a while. You can see water, standing water here just in the pits. But this morning we're going to take the car, put it back up on the scales, being that we have a little bit of time, and just double check some of the measurements. Primarily, we're going to re-measure toe just to make sure we're at where we think we should be, number one, and then maybe we make a change. So we're actually, let's do this again. There's Jeff, say hi. We got the car and the scales. We're setting toe. These are the bars we use. Here we have a string, and we actually just take a measurement with a caliper dial indicator basically to the front and the back side of the wheel. It's somewhat tedious, but all we're doing is double checking toes. I kind of wanted to go a little more, but with traffic doesn't do much. All right, so we're here. It's Friday morning. This is a test day. We're just simply warming up the race car and getting ready to roll out here in about 45 minutes. Let me talk a little bit about what we learned yesterday. You know, it's a continuation of our testing of ride height, of springs, of tire pressures, rake, that type of thing. And you know, we think we found a wall where we were actually increasing downforce, yes, but adding too much drag. So today will be a continuation of that. We're going to try to tune out some of the drag that we were getting and try to maximize our downforce in doing so. So anyway, just warming up the car. We'll head out here shortly, okay?
All right. I want it to be in the record. Can you please say it again?
Again?
Yes.
Right.
I want it to be in the record.
It.
What was that again?
I'm right and you're wrong. That's what she wants to hear. All right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, my wife, who never wants to be on this side of the camera, is a racer herself over the years. She loves motorsports. She's one of those, right? She just doesn't want to be on this side of the camera, which is kind of stupid. Having said all that setup, She has an opinion. Yeah, she can hear. She has an opinion on why our top speed is down, and she believes it's because our right height up front is too low. It's probably true.
Probably is.
And she wants us to admit to her now, before we prove it,
I want to be on the record.
On the record, that we admit that she's right and we're wrong. So having said all that, if you're not right, what are the consequences?
Don't listen to me.
We don't have a choice.
And you have no lunch.
We don't have a choice. So, all right. So if it's not faster, you'll let us video you on camera for a minute, so everybody can see what you look like and hear from you.
Because I know for facts.
All right.
That's why you ran last year in November.
It's on the record. You heard it here first.
Are you coming in?
Coming in right now. All right, we are back in from 2 runs. Here's Jeff. Car's up on the stands. Well, let's start with the good, I think, right? So the balance of the car felt better. Learned a few things. This last session that we ran, we put new rubber on just to see how close we would get to kind of previous times. We were still, what, 2 seconds off our fastest?
Yeah.
Okay. Could be the track, could be, it's not as rubbered in, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But after coming in fact, we heard it this morning too. So you see, we're starting to take the car apart here a little bit. The differential, the new differential that we just put in, has an issue, and we heard a noise earlier this morning. We ignored it.
Yeah, we didn't know what it was.
We couldn't see where it was. We're like, it must be fine. But sure enough, so this side, the tripod mounted itself into the spline, or the new mount that they have for this Looks like something happened to it. So we're going to pull this apart. We're going to take care of that. That should help. It probably made a difference on acceleration at the track. It is what it is, right? Common, normal stuff. But the car feels great. Outside of that, it's just prep and maintenance work. Tomorrow, we'll be on track for early practice and then qualify and race. I don't know, what would you see on track?
Yeah, it seemed like the car was going better, but it was still off a little bit, and so that's we think it's probably this. So
we think so. So he's excited because we get to get greasy now.
We'll dig into it and see what.
The good thing is we got all sugared up. We had a little bit of ice cream just to share with you guys.
Yeah, because it's humid here.
Yeah, it's stickier than snot right this minute. So anyway, now the fun starts. We're going to rip this thing apart, take care of this, maintenance for the car. You can tell it's up on the stands, of course. Maintenance for tomorrow, and hopefully the weather works out. And tomorrow's race day, so all right.
Yep.
All right, so this is, what is this, Saturday? This is race day. Okay, it's supposed to be race day. Turn around, look this way. It's raining. It's nastier than you know what.
Yep.
So, we're not sure what we're doing today. We have the car prepped and ready. We have the tire warmers on. Jeff.
Yo.
What are we doing today?
Trying to stay dry.
Yeah, so here's our thinking. Practice, scratch.
Done.
It's way too wet. Qualifying in what, 2 hours? Yeah, looking at this, that's a question mark.
Probably not. But,
probably not.
But we're going to be ready for it nonetheless.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Look, this isn't that wet. You could choose to run in the rain. It's high risk, and you would have to put rain tires on, which, okay, I do have them up here, so just to overshare. Thing is, I'm not putting them on, so.
We'd have to mount them on wheels.
Yeah, look, the car, anyway, not bitching on it too much, but it's high risk and just gets everything dirtier and shit. So we need a dry line on the track, but maybe qualify, maybe. It's probably 10% chance we will.
Yeah.
And if the rain stops, maybe we'll get out for a race today. Having said all that, where are we going to start? We have no idea, right?
Right. We got to go figure that out.
Right. So if we do not qualify, or if nobody in the field qualifies, how are they going to grid us up? Do we have a choice? You know, I was even talking, that maybe I just start the rear of the field, just let everybody go out and kind of do their stuff, and stay back and just get some heat in the tires and play with it.
Wet brakes.
All right, so update for you. We are going up to the suite. We are not qualifying.
Difficulty?
We might have been able to. We're not sure. The track is drying, but
well,
super green from what I've been told. So what we're going to do is we'll start the race in a couple hours at the back of the field because we didn't qualify. Unless rain comes down again and such. But we do see, just looking over here, you can see a dry line is starting to form on the track. So
You can't even tell.
should be interesting.
Wow. Group therapy.
Yeah. It makes the tire have more slide or skid, whatever you want to call it. Slip, they call it.
It's an intervention.
And so when tire has more slip, it puts more heat into it, right? All right, so we're warming up the engine, getting the car ready to roll out. Kind of an update for you. Weather has definitely turned for the better, thank goodness. You can look how dry this is. Temperature is decent, that type of thing. So I think the race is going to be pretty good, at least I'm hoping so. We've been kind of antsy sitting here waiting all day long to get out on track, but we'll be out in about 30 minutes. And it's a shorter race today, the Saturday race. So I'm going to have to hustle to try to make some position gains. You know, as I mentioned, I'm starting dead rear, so it's okay. It's kind of fun. Haven't done that in quite a while, so we'll see what we can do. I'll bring you with me, of course, all right? Jeff, can you give me a clue up here when I go?
Go get them. Go get them. Those are the leaders in front of you.
Yeah, the front was giving me understeer, especially mid-track. Am I top 3? Okay, I'm gonna kill it. I'll need push. Are you here?
So it was a field of 20. There were a couple of Formula Fs that started behind us, but we started 17th. And Mark took it easy on the start because we didn't know the guys right in front of us, how they would react. And sure enough, he kind of got into a little bit of soup of cars right there and backed out of it a little bit, but just played it cool and made it through the first couple of corners. And then he just proceeded to work his way through the field and worked his way all the way up to third, which is very, very impressive in just 10 laps. So it was a short race. The longer race is tomorrow, but did an excellent job just working through the field, just picking everybody off, and yeah, just a great race.
All right, so nice and early. This is Sunday morning, and you can see clouds, overcast. It rained again last night, and track's going to be, of course, a little loose, pretty green this morning. I think, though, the weather's going to be okay for us today, looking at the weather forecast. So I thought I would just take you around the paddock here for a minute. A few people are moving, not many, but I thought I would just walk around and show you the paddock, okay? So come around here to the back side of the garage, and up on top, that's the concierge group. You see some big rigs up there. Here's a couple cars that are kind of buttoned up over here in the corner. You can tell nobody's moving yet. You got a Formula 4 over there. That's an LMP2, I think it is, over there. Kind of cool. You never know what kind of cars you're going to see at events like this. From the lower speed to the higher speed, right?
Yep. Test.
There's Jeff.
Morning.
There's Mark. All right, so we're just going to putt around the paddock area. Killing some time, trying to wake up. People are starting to move. It's not a huge turnout. Not a huge turnout this race weekend. Weather, I think, kind of goofed it up a little bit. Let's go down below here. So you see a couple trailers up here. There's an old Formula V, by the way.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. So this, going down the hill, you see basically cars and trailers all over the place. Here's a bunch of Spec Ford racers down this direction. What else do we got? Here's the new Formula Mazdas. What do they call these again, Jeff?
FMZRs.
FMZR, yeah, so they got a handful of them here. Pretty cool. And if it will turn left, maybe, as Jane would go. Here's Who's Your Tire. Not quite awake yet.
Yeah.
What else we got in here? Looks like a traffic jam.
Part of the skid pad that they built down here.
Yeah, I know. There's a nice Porsche.
Yeah.
What do we got on that thing? I'm not sure what that is.
That's an RX-8.
Interesting.
Looks like.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We got a nice big tent set up down here. Let's go check this out. Everything's buttoned up. People are just starting to wake up.
It rained overnight again.
Yes, it did.
Obviously.
Yeah. Nice motorhome here in the back. Big old tent set up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they got a bunch of
Spec Miatas.
yeah, old Miatas. Very cool. Nice tent. We used to have.
These are the FE2s.
Oh, yeah.
This is Daryl and his group.
Right, very nice. Yeah, we used to have a big old tent like that, which is quite nice. Yeah, FE2's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go down this way.
P1.
So the track's going to be loose again. Yeah, here's a P1 car. He runs in our run group. Another Spec Ford racer. Oops, we got a tent in the way. Better back up here, turn around. Got it? Let's spin around and go this other side. Yeah, so right this minute, you really don't see much. Again, people are just having their coffee, trying to figure out what they did wrong yesterday, how they're gonna go quick today. Let's go down this way.
Paul.
Oh yeah, here's a
Pro Mazda.
Pro Mazda and F. No, that's FA. Yeah, it is Pro Mazda. Yeah, another FA car.
Car.
Yep. So you see, I like that, Jeff. That was good. Car. So, give it a half hour or so. You'll see people starting to unbox their stuff and get out. There's a Formula Ford over there.
Yeah.
Ambulance is ready. Ambulance. So we're just gonna roll up here to the grid. Nobody's on track, of course. Here, let's just go peek over here. Oh, they got somebody on track, probably just seeing how bad it is. It looks, actually, it's not bad. It's gonna dry out. It's wet. On slicks right this minute, it would be a handful, but I hope we got, what, 2 hours, Jeff?
Yeah, or
before we're on.
minutes, yeah. We got a little
bit. So if...
We need the wind. We need a little wind to pick up the water off the track. But.
Yeah, so it's gonna be super loose. So qualifying should be a handful, but I do think in 2 hours we can get out here on slicks, so at least that's the plan.
Yep.
All right, so we're starting the Sunday race here shortly. Weather turned out pretty decent. Now, we did not qualify this morning, only because we had a choice. The track had a dry line, but it was still pretty green. We just chose not to. And they take the fastest lap of the weekend for the starting grid. So we'll be starting P1 for the race. Car's ready to go. We've been just double checking everything, have tire warmers on it. Should be a good race. So this is a 35-minute race. Temperature's right at about a threshold where it's a split between which compound that we're running. So we're on the upper limit of that, but we'll be fine. So let's just see what we can do, all right?
Car is in. Go. According to this, 4 laps to go. Yeah, try to keep the heat. We don't know if we'll go racing again or not. Yeah, and they're fixing to wave the checker, so this is the end of the race. I'll meet you at Neck when y'all come around.
Comes the winner's circle.
Compound tire. Oh, this is a different compound. Yeah. Wow. Well, because the track it's kind of so what I was saying. Yeah, you have to. I had no idea. You know, I think I really started back there. Wait. Except. No, wait. All right, back from the race Sunday. Uneventful. It was fun. Started up front, finished first. Not a lot of action, to be honest with you. I enjoyed yesterday's race a lot more, starting in the rear. I thought that was a blast, but it was a good race today, so I hope you enjoyed the video. But that's it for this video itself. I hope you found this of value. If you have any questions, shoot your comments over. Subscribe if you haven't. You know, there's a lot of content coming out. Multiple race videos, more news on the Avon tire situation, which is cool. And we have the sprints, June sprints coming up next month at Road America. That's a long event. It'll be 5 days out there. I think you'll find that a lot of fun. So, but that's it for now. I appreciate you watching. Until next time, ciao.